Hello, everyone. It is.
Oh man, you drug me into it.
Oh, you were
Couldn't
trying to get
in
out.
time.
No,
Yep.
we got a meeting
Yeah.
in a minute. You got to stay.
Hello, everyone.
TexAgs
TexAgs Rewind.
presented by
Yeti.
Yeti. By the way, he's
I mean,
Billy
you're
Liucci.
tapping cups over there. I
Huh?
don't know if the lid.
Yeah, it's all right here. Hey, we had a lot to get into today. We had Billy on the show. Hey, Billy, thanks for joining us here on the program. You like the shirt?
Yeah, I do. I like that Yeti cup better.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. My pantry has started to be. I just fill it up with Yeti.
Yetis. Yeah.
Just different kinds, different colors, gifts from people. The TexAgs ones we had made, which I love.
Yep.
The ones that Pintail Hunting Club sent us. I believe that's one of
Yes,
them.
it is.
Love those. Yep, there you go. The Pintail logo. I have so many of them now, and it's just like I remember when Yeti was just coolers.
Just coolers.
Now I've got their gear. I got their cups. And I'm not even a hunter or a fisher.
No.
Man.
No. I think that might be the next phase in your life. You learn how to do that stuff.
Hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
You've
become
done
a
it.
big mountain guy now.
Yeah, you are.
Already planning like a Montana trip now.
Oh, I love Montana. I've
I've
been
never
there.
been.
Beautiful.
Never been.
So on the show, Billy was on here. We had a lot to talk about from just the latest across the street. We talked to Billy. We talked to Brandon Leone. Leone gave us his thoughts entering this new season coming up. OB was with us, and Tom Hart for a national perspective on all things college football. It's TexAgs Rewind. Number 10 is Bryce Anderson, who, as you said at the end of the last segment, he might be underrated at 10.
I am so bullish on Bryce Anderson, man. If he was a stock, I'd buy. Man, this
Justin
guy,
Timberlake.
I would purchase. If he was a stock. I think Bryce Anderson is going to leave here, hopefully in 3 years, but probably 2, as an absolute star.
Yeah.
Not just a good player, but a great
Like a
player.
star player.
Yes, I really believe that. And I think this is going to be a breakout year for him. You know how everybody talks about what a breakout year Noah Thomas is going to have?
Yep.
I think Bryce Anderson, you should expect him to have the same kind of breakout year.
I think the difference is Bryce kind of started that last year.
He gave you a good look at it.
Right.
He gave you a really good
More than what you're at.
preview.
Yes. He gave you a good preview. He had an excellent freshman year. Noah started coming on at the end of the year, didn't have a lot. And that's why there's still a little bit of. But this guy, I don't want to say has proven it, but has proven he can play at a high level in the SEC, and he's only going to go up.
To me, I'm a degenerate, so I make a lot of analogies to gambling. To me, Bryce Anderson is like, I've got 20. I'm at the table, and the dealer gave me a 10 and a jack. I'm sitting there with 20, and the dealer's showing a 7, and I'm thinking, I feel pretty good. I'm going to win this hand. I think he's a 20.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed until you get a 21, but man,
You're pretty close.
I watch this guy, and it's about as close as you can to being a guarantee as I can see.
You think about both number ones, right? Evan Stewart, Bryce Anderson.
Yeah, those are some good number ones.
Those are some pretty good number ones. Both about the same body size. Like, both showed us a lot their freshman year. Both we expect that take some big steps. And I think you're supposed to win at least 9 of them, right? Like, the games that you're supposed to win, you sweep that Mississippi series. You take care of Auburn on a year where they have transition. Yeah, you've beaten KJ before. Let's do it again, right? Like, if you can take care of the games that you're supposed to win, I'm going to feel really good about the year.
Yeah, no, I agree. We had a tough year last year. I think it's just people are getting impatient, which is a normal thing in today's world in sports, But what are we? I could be crazy here. Is this 6? Is this year 6 or year 7?
We're entering year 6.
Entering year 6. Yeah, man. I mean, to me, I think it's time to pay the piper, man. It's time to go and produce. You return the most production in the SEC. You have a super talented 2 deep. Credit to Jimbo and the staff. I think they did a great job navigating the portal. When it was all said and done, I really think they brought in some great additions. So, I mean, there's talent there. There's experience there. The coaching staff has remained, the same, obviously, minus a couple things that happened that were very unfortunate. But I think that, I don't know. I agree with you. You know how when the season begins, typically coaches come in there and there's like this thing where you can color. It's like, all right, protect Kyle Field. win on the road. Like, the thing to me, especially since we've been in the SEC, that drives me crazy, you said it, beat the Mississippi schools. Like, that should be on the lowest part of it, but that should be a litmus test every year of how are we going to be. We need to beat the Mississippi schools. Like, we should be to a point as a program that we can beat the Mississippi schools. And then after that, right, it's, beat the Alabama schools, and then it's protect Kyle Field, don't lose a game at home. And then it's win every game on the road. Then it's win the SEC, build that. I think that your foundation's got to be win every non-conference game, beat the Mississippi schools, and then build from there.
Do you see a group of 5 playoff and a Power 4 playoff, like 2 different types of playoffs in college football? I got one.
No, maybe eventually. Sorry, you probably thought I was frozen. Maybe eventually. When we talk through these scenarios and hypotheticals, I try to find a parallel. And to me, the parallel is, and what would happen first, most likely, would be the basketball split. And that the Power 4 says, why are we giving spots to Nichols? And why are we giving spots to, Maryland Eastern Shore? People watch us. The money should come to us. And so we're going to consolidate. We're going to have our own NCAA basketball tournament for the Power 4. The problem with that, and maybe this doesn't apply apples to apples with football, but the problem with that is, well, then you need your own system. Like, once again, everyone hates rules. You hate rules until you want them enforced on somebody else. And you go, well, hold on a second. We can't run this way. We can't have chaos. So the work that it would take to get a brand new NCAA basketball tournament up and running is mammoth. I would think the work it would take to do a split on the football side, even though the NCAA doesn't run college football postseason, I think that's more trouble than it's worth right now. David, what will likely happen is it will kind of be funneled into a Power 4 only, because the scheduling is going to get to a point in major sports, not just football, but also basketball, where the little guy isn't going to be able to get these games on the schedule. They got no chance. And so they're just going to, probably what's going to happen is they'll just kind of be weeded out because they'll get pushed out. There won't be any space.
That's one that really pisses me off, is that Florida game, because A&M's kind of owned the East and they've owned Florida, and then they lost to South Carolina and Florida. You wish they'd have those back. Just kind of those are the two. Like, there's a lot of games for A&M under this do-over thing over the years, and any sports fan of any team has their do-over games. Damn, don't both of those fall into that category. We were talking the other day. If I could let you change the outcome, it has to be within reason.
Okay.
You can't go like, hey, if I could change the 2020 Alabama game, A&M would have been undefeated. Well, A&M lost that, even though it got away from them right before halftime. They lost it handily. If you could change a couple of games that are reasonable to change, let's say it's a fun little endeavor because you could do it. You could also say what were the most significant wins, but you could also say if you could change a couple along the way in a tenure.
Okay.
What would it be so far in Jimbo's 5 years if I let you change
Just
3 outcomes in 5 years?
Clemson.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good one.
Came down to it, right?
Would have been a massive win in game 2.
I mean, I'm sorry, but App State has to come to mind.
Yeah.
Okay. One more play.
Just for the sake of having to deal with people on Twitter.
And I'd say LSU 2021.
Okay. So I agree with you on at least one of those. LSU 21.
Which I think they won.
I do too. But they also could have got a 4th down stop, or
Yeah.
could have got a 1st down on 2nd and 2 or 3rd and 2.
Props to Max for making the throw.
Max made the play on 4th down, and then he hit the touchdown. But yeah, I think they make the right call. A&M played the way the game was played out. They should have won the game.
All right, do your thing. Whenever I ask you to end it, you do this thing with your hand when you say you got
Push the button, subscribe, sign up, tell your friends. Tweet about it,
please.
Instagram about it, but more than anything else, just listen and spread the word for Nuno and us.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.